Salut everyone, c'est moi, Elizabeth, and in this video I am going to be reacting to not Lynn, Reid. That's so weird. She's still Amberlynn to me, but apparently now her channel name is Amber Reid, but that's a whole other story. But anyway, I'm going to be reacting to Weigh-In, March 18th, 2020. I'm really excited that she is keeping up with the Wednesday weigh-ins to see how her progress is going. I hope she is continuing to make progress. I hope she is still, pretty much on track. At the end of my last video, I had some concerns regarding her plan as far as like keeping tabs on how every meal was making her feel and different things like that. And I really felt like she needs to consider doing that with a therapist as opposed to doing it herself, because I just see her becoming overwhelmed and then getting depressed and then basically sabotaging any progress that she's making or trying to make. So I I don't know. I have watched her previous videos before this one, but I didn't really feel like there was much in the way of really weight loss content. I mean, she did kind of talk about her activity and things that she was eating and such, but I just didn't think it was really anything that I could really comment on, to be honest. So we're taking a look today at the weigh-in, so I'm eager to see how things are going, how her weigh-in went. I'm hoping that she is continuing to lose weight because I continue to have hope for her. So let's get into this.
Hey guys, so welcome to Wednesday weigh-in. So how I do my Wednesday weigh-ins is I talk about each day, how I felt, what I did, if I was on track, off track, and I think what I do differently than like the typical weight loss video is that every day I do weigh in, so I talk about how much I lost each day.
I like don't like that you do the daily weigh-ins. They mess with your head.
Are like if I fluctuate and gain like 3 pounds
Everyone
one day,
fluctuates. I can't tell you how much I fluctuated
okay, well,
within one day.
I ate something
it messes
wrong
with your head.
Have that happen. And then if I lose a lot of weight the next day, then I know, okay, well, that meal plan's working really well.
Oh,
and
boy.
I understand that fluctuations do happen.
I see we're getting overwhelmed.
Wednesday on March 11, I weighed 514.8. So
okay.
In my little notes, what I wrote for that day is that I did overeat. I had mashed potatoes, shredded cheese, and peas. For some reason,
okay, you already told us about that one.
Like,
unless you had it again.
Recipe, it's not really even a recipe, but it's just really good. I thoroughly enjoy it. And then I also had some peanut M&Ms, but what I would like to say about that is I stopped myself from eating them before it got too bad. I actually gave the rest to Becky. I knew I could easily eat the whole bag and just sit there and just
good, I suppose.
Eat them and eat them and eat them.
Depending upon the size of the bag we're talking about.
It was like a lot of restraint. It was really
but I think you're talking about a day that you already mentioned from your
12th, I weighed
from an earlier video.
14.2, so that means I was down 0.6 from the day prior.
0.6.
So this is the day where I noticed that after I have a smoothie in the morning, I get really dizzy. It's something that I noticed for a few days now, but on that day, March 12th, it was really bad, and it almost felt like I was actually going to like pass out, even though I knew I wasn't.
Whoa.
And I think the biggest reason for that is because I do IF, where I don't eat for a very big, large portion of the day, and I think that ending my fast like that with a smoothie, for some reason, I don't think it's like adding up with my body, and it's not really, I guess it's not really good for it. So I have stopped smoothies in the morning, and now I eat things like Luna bars because that has...
Oh, because that's so much better to do oh my God. Woman! What? Oh. Okay. So you were having your fruit smoothies in the morning, and we saw the fruit. It was frozen fruit. Um, what I think would equal out to about a serving of yogurt, your spinach, and tap water. And you're feeling dizzy. Okay? Okay, I am not a dietitian, nutritionist, nothing, so I have no idea what might be causing the dizziness. Um, Maybe you need to add something with a little bit of protein in the smoothie. I don't know if that could possibly help. Um, because I did watch some reaction channels of your previous videos, and there were some mentions of, couldn't you add some oatmeal or some, well, what was it called? Chia seeds? I've never had them, so I don't know, but I think chia seeds or protein powder um, to the smoothie in order to make it more filling. So I'm just wondering, well, could the lack of protein be a possible issue? But now, of course, she's going to the protein bars, which is just a glorified candy bar. I I don't get it.
Less sugar hasn't made me dizzy at all. Sometimes I'll just have like turkey bacon and rice cakes with like laughing cow cheese on top.
Oh, God, that just solves
And those
everything.
things
Forget
have
about
definitely
going to
been
see a
making me feel a lot
medical
better. If you guys
professional
hear
to
the
find out
water
what might be causing it.
just running in the kitchen, I hope it's not like annoying or anything. So for that day, like honestly, everything went really well. So the next day on March 13th, I weighed 512.2, which was a 2 pound loss from the day prior, which this day I actually hit down 60.2 pounds. So that's exciting, although I don't feel like super excited about it because like I have other goals I want to reach. So that was my first day with a new breakfast, which I had rice cakes with PB2 on it, which I actually did vlog. And I really did enjoy that, although I realized while I was eating it, I put too much PB2. So I ended up taking some off and then it was perfect. And
So we're
on
again
that day,
recapping
Becky
from
and
a
I talk
previous
about how she
video.
can help me with binging because a lot of the times when I binge, it's like I ask her, hey, will you make me ramen? You guys know that whole story. It's whatever. It's not her fault. It's my fault. I'm asking for it at the end. But I told Becky if that ever happens again, I want her to tell me things like, don't do it. You're going to be mad at yourself. You're going to feel super guilty. And
Okay.
just kind of be like super, super stern about it. And she
Okay. Okay. I guarantee you, sweetie, that people are going to be clocking you about this because I'm sorry, hon. No matter how much you try to tell us it's my fault, it's my fault. Okay, yes, it is to a very large extent your fault. However, if she does it, would you go make me a ramen? Would you make me some egg rolls? Would you do this, do that? She is enabling your behavior. Because if you're not going to do it yourself, but she turn around and does it for you, that's enabling. So, of course, people are going to say she's an enabler. So, well, of course, you're not going to accept that she was your enabler this whole time, but okay. We're going to be clocking you about this, hun, because you're telling her to be stern with you, to tell you are you trying to use some tactics that you've learned from 600-Pound Life, perhaps? I don't watch the show, so I don't fully know the tactics, but I know of the show. And I'm pretty sure that's something that the individuals who would be classified as the participants' enablers have to do, is they have to put their foot down and say no, or if you want it that badly, go get it yourself. So it'll actually be rather interesting to see how that pans out, or if it pans out at all. Because, again, and I've mentioned this in a previous video, I can't imagine you're very easy to live with if you don't get your way. I have that suspicion that you are probably very difficult to live with if you don't get your way. So this should be interesting. Um, we'll see what happens.
has agreed that she's going to do that. So let's hope it works. So the next day on March 14th, I weighed in at 509.6, which was a 2.6 weight loss from the day prior. So that day I woke up with really bad self-loathing. I honestly just like hated myself. And the reason why is because of my lymphedema. It's been on my mind a lot lately. Normally I just like put it in the back of my
Oh my
mind.
God, will you please see a doctor? Oh, I don't understand. You've been feeling dizzy for the past few days. You're having issues with your lymphedema. I go see a doctor. I don't. If you're having so many problems, you don't know how to resolve them. You don't have the knowledge in which to utilize to correct whatever is happening with you physically. You need the care of a medical professional. Ay, 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 ay. Why? Why? I will never understand.
Like back when I wasn't losing any weight. But now that I am losing weight, it's like parts of my body are getting smaller, but then other parts of my body that have lymphedema, which is my right calf and my lower stomach, those areas aren't getting smaller. It's making me feel super like self-conscious. It's making me hate myself because it's not curable. And I think that's the part that freaks me out the most is I'm always going to have like a deformed body. And
That
I know it's
doesn't
like
mean
a
you should
very
avoid
bad way
seeing
of
medical
thinking, but
professionals.
that's just where I was at on that
They can
day.
help you with it.
And
They
on
can
that day also, I was getting a
recommend.
lot of messages and comments saying I only lost weight because I was sick. I lost 50 pounds in January because I was sick. Couldn't eat because while I was sick. A lot of people were saying those things, and I was already hating myself so much that day
Oh
that
my God, will you stop with the comments? You do this to yourself. Do you not see that? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. If I am yelling, I am so, so sorry. In the words of Amberlynn, I just woke up. Oh, I sleep during the day. So when I woke up, I saw that she had uploaded about 4 hours earlier. So I'm now recording this after just waking up. Oh, thankfully it's my night off, so I don't have to worry about logging on for my shift tonight. But woman, you you do this to yourself. You constantly I almost swear you proactively seek out uh reasons to fail. You are such a self-sabotager. My God, woman. You Oh, you know the comments put you in a bad headspace. Don't look at the comments. I mean, it's real simple, you know? You don't open Instagram DMs. You don't look at the comments. You don't open YouTube Creator and look at the comments. Just let it go. Why do you seek out these horrible things that put you in a bad headspace and make you depressed and make you feel bad about yourself, and then you turn around and use them as excuses for whatever actions or behavior you engage in, and then you turn around and blame your audience because it's our fault that you engaged in it, even though you're the one that has the full ownership of your body, your actions, your behavior, and yet somehow it's our fault. Sorry. I'm Maybe I shouldn't record when I just wake up because I am feeling all kinds of sassy today. Oh, oh my gosh. We still got like 10 minutes. Let's get through
I was reading that
this.
stuff, and it honestly really got to me because the whole thing about losing 50 pounds in January because I was sick, I only lost 18 pounds in January. And a lot of people were saying, I couldn't eat while sick. When I had tonsillitis, which was literally only for a week, and out of that week, there was only 3 days where it hurt to eat. But the thing is, I still ate. Your girl still binged, and ice cream was involved, a lot of it. So I don't like quite understand that. But then once I was done with the whole tonsillitis things, I was able to get back on track. It's just confusing because it's like being sick had nothing to do with the fact that I sat there and I would say no to binging a lot of the days. Like, yes, in a month, when we look at the average, I do binge. Like, I'm not 100% perfect, but I used to binge every single day. Now, if I look at a month and I can sit there and be like, wow, I only binged 4 days out of that month, that's crazy. That's because I said no to binging up most to easily 60 times. And that's because I watched what I ate. It's because I ate smaller portions. And it's because I was trying. It's not because
it's going to be an ongoing battle,
whatever
hun.
I want. And weight loss is just falling off me because I'm sick. That doesn't make sense.
Sweetheart, you got to remember, you have very little credibility with your audience because you've been clocked at lying and deceiving so many times to your audience. So, sorry, hun, it should be absolutely no surprise to you that people don't believe you. Or when you say that you're having this success or having that success or that you're doing this or you're doing that and people don't believe you. And yes, there has been a lot of speculation going around that the whole reason that you lost that initial, weight loss was because of your illness, because you were so sick. And, and people were thinking that it had to do with, let's see, your bladder infection, your tonsillitis, and I think you had like either one or two other medical issues or emergencies that happened within a short period of time along with those issues. So, yeah, people are going to speculate. People are going to think that, this is really what happened. You just don't want to own up to it. So, hun, you've got to understand, you have little to no credibility. It is very difficult to believe anything that comes out of your mouth. So you've got to work on that, but you can't keep coming at us telling us what horrible people we are for putting you in a bad headspace because we don't believe what you're saying. Oh boy. Woo, Elizabeth is getting mad.
I have been sick in the past. I have been sick a lot in the past. I have had tons of infections and I have done nothing but maintain a very heavy weight, or I have gained and gained and gained. So it was just very insulting. It takes away like all the hard work.
Here we go.
And I think that might be
She's
a really
blaming
big
us,
reason
y'all.
why, like, oh, I'm down 60 pounds, but like, I don't feel happy for myself because I have thousands of people telling me
it's all our fault, y'all.
Better, and it does mess with your brain. I don't care if it was just like one person in my life saying these things to me, or if it's 1,000 people online saying these things to me. I put in the efforts to lose weight like I never have before. So that is why I'm losing weight. So the next day on March 15th, I weighed in at 507.4, which was a 2.8 weight loss from the day prior. So that was actually the lowest I've ever been, at 64 pounds lost on that day. Like,
good for you.
So this day was particularly hard for me because the whole virus. I know a lot of people are suffering with worry and anxiety. I want to cry just talking about it. This has just been, it's been scary. It's been sad. It's been heartbreaking. It's just, we've never been through something like this. I'm going to speak for myself. I'm 29 years old. So in the last 29 years, nothing like this has happened. And I don't know what to expect.
None of us do.
I just don't, it's just, the unknown is scary. Everything that's going on in the world right now is like, it makes me want to just go in a corner and just eat all those worries away, all those feelings away. And I'm having to fight myself every single second not to overeat, because when I feel this way, I have always turned to food, and it's always made me feel so much better while I'm
But you're
eating
going to
it.
have those triggers
And
throughout your
now it's
life, hun.
like I
It's
can't
not
turn to
just
food. So I
because of
have to
what's
like
going on in the world today.
suffer, like
That's
literally
something that's going to
suffer
follow you for
through
your
the
rest of your
anxiety and the
life.
pain and the worry and the tears and just the fear. And it's scary because like I don't have that outlet no more, so I'm having to find other ones. So I was able to succeed and I did not binge. On that day, I was also being pointed out that I do pay attention to calories. If you guys watched my what I ate today, I didn't even notice it, but in the video I kept talking about calories, even though in the beginning of it I said I don't count
Uh-huh.
calories, I don't pay attention to calories. A lot of people were
Just the
pointing out to
sodium.
me, okay, why does she keep talking about calories if she doesn't pay attention to calories? So I had to sit down and like really process like how do I decide what I'm gonna eat? And you guys, I pay attention to calories every single time I eat. I make
No
sure
shit,
that my
Sherlock.
breakfast stays at a certain amount of calories. I make sure that my lunch stays at a certain amount of calories and my dinner.
That makes a lot more
I'm
sense
allowed.
than what you were telling us in that other video where you're like, I don't count calories. I count sodium sometimes, but I don't count calories. And yet every other food you were telling us about the calories. So obviously you are paying attention to calories. Maybe you're not tracking the calories like maybe you're taking, a mental note of what the calories are, but maybe you're not going so far as to track them in MyFitnessPal or something like that. So, that could have been what you meant by you're not tracking calories, but at the same time, you're paying attention to calories. So, I think that just needed to be clarified just a little bit, I, But let's hear what she has to say.
Allowed to, go off base there by like 100 or 200 calories. But it's not like I'm sitting there logging everything and restricting myself,
Yep,
because
that's
even
it.
if I
She's not
did
logging
eat
it.
a little bit more one day, it's okay because I felt like my body needed it versus, oh, I just want to binge or overeat. Like if I eat a little bit more in a day because I seriously felt like, oh my God, I'm actually hungrier than usual, then that's okay. I think that's what I was talking about when it came to like intuitive eating. But
Sweetie, I don't. Ooh, and I'm sorry I keep stopping it. I don't think you have a true understanding of intuitive eating. You have surpassed that point where you can listen to your body because it happens to me too. If I get bored or if I get emotional, um, one of my go-tos would be to turn to food, and I didn't even know it. And all of a sudden, this weird hunger pain would start to hit me. And it's like, all of a sudden, all I could think is, oh my God, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I need a snack. I need something. I need to eat something. And next thing I know, I'd be going to the kitchen and finding myself a snack, finding myself some Pringles, finding myself some chocolate, some ice cream. I mean, let's be honest, when I would get into those kinds of moments, I wasn't seeking out food that was good for me or food that, was like like an apple or a banana, something that might be better for me. No, no, I was seeking out the junk food. Sweetie, I don't think you have a true grasp of intuitive eating because you've surpassed that. Because you get those urges when you feel depressed, when you're bored, when you get emotional. Just out of the blue, something will happen, and all of a sudden you feel the need to eat. I know I've been there, and I am still trying to manage those kinds of urges. It still happens. So, intuitive eating? No. Because if I listen to every single cue my body gives me that, hey, you need to eat. Hey, you're hungry. No, I'm not. I am not hungry. I am experiencing one of those urges where I feel like I need to eat and I don't. So you seriously need to rethink that, hun. That is not I just don't think it's a good plan for you. Intuitive eating. No. It's not going to work for you, sweetie. At least not in the way you think it is.
I just appreciate you guys,
Sorry about that.
a lot of you guys, pointing out that, girl, you do pay attention to calories, just admit it. Because I do. Because, example, when I went to Ruby Tuesday,
You're paying
what
attention,
I
you're just not
originally wanted
tracking. That's the
was something that was
difference.
like 800
That's the
plus calories.
clarification.
And I was like, well, no. So I did choose something that was less calories, because when it comes to me, if I didn't know anything about calories and I was to
Which
sit
was
there
good
and
for
do like
you.
intuitive eating,
But you
I
shouldn't be
wouldn't
going to
lose weight.
restaurants
That's a point blank
anyways.
period. But since I do know a lot about calories and I do look at the nutrition label and I do pay attention to serving size, I think that's really what's helping me. Next day on March 16th, I weighed in at 505.2. So that was a 2.2 weight loss from the day prior. And my notes on that day is just, I consistently all day wanted to overeat. I wanted to binge. Like, literally, you guys, my emotions are like, I don't know what they're doing. It's like a tornado is inside of my body and I can't get it out. I know a lot of people are dealing with this. And I do also want to point out that on that day, I said no to a brownie, and it was the hardest thing I've done in a long time.
It
And I
can
know a lot of
be.
people are going to watch this and be like, you are pathetic. But
No,
if you
hun,
struggle with,
hun, I'm sorry, I know I keep stopping it, but hun, I feel you with that. I understand. Those urges are very difficult to manage sometimes. And sometimes you do find yourself giving in just because for whatever reason that urge, that need to satisfy whatever is going on with you, with your body, with your mentality, whatever it is, that need to satisfy it with food, it overpowers you. And it does happen. I mean, it it's just something that you're going to have to try to manage probably for the rest of your life. And so I know exactly what you're talking about. So, hun, those urges, I know they're tough. And sometimes you really got to talk yourself down.
binge eating, or if you've struggled with like hardcore overeating or food addiction, then you understand how powerful a no is. So the next day on March 17th, I weighed in at 504.8, which was a zero point 0.8 weight loss from the day prior.
All right.
And I wrote down that I was upset about my weigh-in. I was upset because I only lost 0.8. So losing 0.8 in one day is amazing. A lot of people wish for that. But for some reason, because I was losing so well in the last few days, like I was down like 2 pounds and then 2.2
Why you
and then
shouldn't be weighing
2.8,
yourself every
2.6.
day,
Like,
hun.
I wanted more of that. I want to lose this weight fast because I'm feeling so much better. I just
No,
can't even
no, no,
imagine.
no, no, no. That is a bad mindset. That's a bad mindset. I mean, everybody wants to lose their weight. I'm so sorry I keep stopping it, but everybody wants to lose their weight fast. I do too. I would love to shed all of these pounds as quickly as possible. But here's the thing, it's not going to happen that way. Some days, yeah, you may have that great weight loss, and then other days you won't. But you just have to keep working at it. It's not a sprint. It's not going to all just melt away in no time. No, it is going to take a while for the weight to come off. And you have to stay dedicated to that process. Because if you lose sight of that goal, you're going to find yourself right back where you started. So don't get in that mindset. You seriously need to talk to a therapist. Oh, like I said before, I am not going to get off of this. She needs to talk to somebody, and not someone in that house. An impartial third party. Someone who can act as a sounding board. Someone she can vent to. Someone that she can share her little notebook with. Someone who can give her some strategies, some goals, some achievable, manageable, short-term goals. Oh, it's like she has this delusion that if she weighs in every day and continues to see that, I don't know, 2 to 3 pound loss every single day, that it's just going to keep going, keep going, keep going, and she's going to continue to see that scale go down, and that's not how it works. This is an ongoing journey. It is going to take a lot of time. This is not something you're going to be able to resolve in, I don't know. It almost seems like she's expecting it to be done within a year. I don't know, but stop that train of thought. Get off the sprint. It's a journey. It is truly a journey. It's going to have valleys. It's going to have mountains. It's going to have oceans. It's going to have deserts. It's going to have the whole gamut of what you could possibly encounter. Oh, hun.
And how my body's gonna feel when I just continue losing. And it's just, I want to lose this weight. Like, that's a point blank period. So for some reason, I was really upset about that. And I actually put a quote down what I said yesterday. I said, everything would be better while in a bed with Ben and Jerry. Because again, another day where I wanted to binge my feelings away. And I literally could not stop thinking about a pint of ice cream. Like, it was pretty bad. So that's what a Ben and Jerry is, by the way, which I'm sure everyone knows. But again, another day of success. Like, you guys, I have weeks where I am able to say no to wanting to overeat. I'm able to say no to the binges. I am very strong. But then there are weeks where I'm just not, where I literally am just not strong enough. And that's just part of this process, and something that I'm going to have to continue to accept, that sometimes I am weak. But this week, I was not weak. So today, on Wednesday, March 18th, I weighed in at...
Okay, what we got? Okay, 503.8. We're getting there. We're getting there.
At 503.8. So that means from the day prior, I lost 0.6. So that means this week, I am down 11 pounds. Down 11 pounds. So that means in total, I've lost 68.6 pounds. So that means I'm pretty much down 70 pounds, because in 1.4 or 1.6, I will be down exactly 70 pounds. Can we
just... Good for you!
Wow, celebrate?
Yes!
So, down 11 pounds. That's really freaking good. For some reason, I just feel like I'm not doing good enough, and it is the craziest feeling, because in the past, I would be like thrilled and like bragging about losing 11 pounds, but it's just like, I'm not there. I used to brag about losing 2 pounds in a week, and you guys, for some reason, just subconsciously, mentally, I don't know what's going on. I just feel like I'm not doing good enough. And I think it's because I want to lose more, but yet I'm doing everything I need to. Like, I'm eating small portions. I'm cooking for myself. I am saying no to binges, overeating. So it's like I'm doing everything that I can.
Stop eating out.
I need to just let my body do its thing. It'll lose what it wants when it wants. I do need to be proud of the 11-pound weight loss this week, and I am. And I cannot wait to be in the 400s. I think that's what it is. I think it's because that's like my goal that I've set in mind, is like, I want to be in the 400s so bad.
Well, you're very close,
hon. See the 500s again. So to lose that, since I'm 503.8 to what I have to lose to get to 400, sorry, I'm like stumbling on my words, is 3.8 or like 4 pounds. So I honestly can't wait, and I feel like that'll definitely happen this week.
Just don't overwhelm yourself.
Because I feel like I'm starting to lose a little less every day now, like 0.6 and 0.8, but I mean, it's definitely possible. So I hope you guys had a good week. I hope you guys are staying safe and doing everything you can to continue staying safe. We are all in this together, and it's scary. And I just hope we get through it. Every time I start wanting to talk about it, I get emotional. Okay, so let's not talk about it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
All right. Well, I mean, as long as she is still, making progress toward her goal, and she's at least trying to make good choices, and then granted, when you're on this kind of journey, yeah, you are going to make bad choices. It's going to happen. You're going to give in to your urges. It's just, it's hard. It is hard work trying to uh, continue to move forward towards your goals. So I hope that this continues. I hope that she, continues to make progress, tries to make good choices, fights down those binge urges, finds ways, constructive ways to work through them. Um, I my worry is that when she gets overwhelmed. I mean, I was very happy to see that she posted once again for Weigh In Wednesday. So good for you, Amber. I just worry that as this process continues, she's gonna get overwhelmed. She's then gonna get depressed, and then essentially all hell's gonna break loose. Um, I really, really feel like she needs to have someone to talk to. Just some trusted individual that she can talk to. Because sometimes I feel like she is essentially using YouTube as a therapist because she'll. I mean, there are times when she'll be like, there's things are going on, but I don't want to talk about it, and which of course enrages her audience because, you keep bringing us in, but you won't tell us, and then you get mad at us, and so on and so forth. But then there's other times where she seems to just word vomit. Just, she shares everything that's going on, like what she just did in this video where she was going over each of her days. And it's like, I'm not I can't be sure, but I really don't think YouTube is the place to be sharing everything. And I really feel like you should really be sharing this with an impartial third party. I mean, if you want to share with us your weight loss, your weigh-ins, how your week went, great. But when you get into I guess you could say, the nitty-gritty of each individual day, you're weighing yourself every day. It's like you're talking to us like we're your therapist, and we're not. I mean, who are we? We're just the people that watch you and occasionally comment on you. So I don't know. I don't know. I hope she continues to lose weight. I hope she continues to make progress, and hopefully we will continue to see her achieving her goals. So that's going to do it for me in this one, guys. I apologize if I got a little ranty, if I got a little loud at points. My apologies. Again, maybe this is a hint that Elizabeth should not record after she wakes up. I don't know. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. If you appreciate my content, my reactions, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like to follow me on social media, my links for both Instagram and Twitter will be down in the description box below. Thanks again so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Hope to see you in the next one. A bientôt.